In Luke chapter 18 from verse 1 to 5. When Jesus was teaching on prayer, he said men ought always to pray and not to faint. And he gave an instance of a woman, a poor widow, who had no advantage. And then he also spoke about a wicked king that neither feared God nor man. He said, but day and night, this widow troubled this wicked king. And he said, in order for the king to have peace, he went and solved her problem. And he said, if this unjust king will do this, how much more? That means this cruel man that has no regard for God, because he was consistently buffeted, he had no choice. That means there is an energy that consistency generates. When a man is doing something consistently, he's generating a particular kind of energy in the spirit. It's not a joke. The reason many people don't make impact is that they are too quick to give up. So when you come into their lives, every day they are trying something new. They try A, they try B, they try C. Even the people of the world know things don't work like that. They call them jack of all trade, master of none. Is there anything you have done in your life for 10 years? Is there anything you have done in your life for 15 years? There is no way that thing will not produce result. Because when you become consistent, you knock on a gate in the spirit. There are spirits that respond to consistent people, whether in light or in darkness. We don't have capacity and resilience. That's why many times we don't make impact. The guy starts doing it when it's about to transit. He gets tired, he goes, and he starts something new. They are always being innovative, but they are never completing anything they start. That's why they never make true impact. Every man making impact in this world today is a consistent person. And you want to find the character of a great man, don't look at his demeanor. Find out his stamina and tenacity on the things he lays his hand to do. It's like growth. No matter how many times you jump, you will come down. But if you grow, you remain. That's how consistency works. You may be doing it one at a time. But if you don't give up, a day will come, you become a master. It was Bruce Lee that said something. He said, I'm more afraid of a man who can punch once in 1,000 days than a man who can punch 1,000 times in one day. There are many people, if they come to pray today, they can pray for 15 hours. All their clothes will be wet. You look at them and say, Jesus Christ, what manner of grace is this? The next time they will come to the prayer altar will be in 2 months. But there's another man who prays 30 minutes. But every day, you know that 30 minutes, he will plug it in. That man is 1,000 times more powerful than the guy who hit and run. Every person making impact in this kingdom has a signature of consistency. If you don't find consistency in a man's life, no matter how gifted he is, give him time, he will fail. But when you find a man who is consistent, even if he doesn't have any gift, watch out. After many years, you will be shocked what the guy will do. Consistency is a weapon of success and a weapon of preservation. It's good to start new things, but make sure you finish every other old one you were doing. Don't keep starting things and never finishing anyone. You've got to be consistent on things. There are certain people that even in their relationship, every 3 months they start a new relationship. The moment that somebody shout, relationship has ended. You see them, they have a heartbreak. After 1 week of heartbreak, they have started another relationship. They've not even healed from the last one. After 3 months, you see them with a new guy. They say, that last guy, don't mind that idiot. Don't mind him. He's a very unreasonable person. I tried everything to make it work. For how long? 3 months. And the same character manifests in their business. Joseph was interpreting dreams all his life. He interpreted a dream. It provoked jealousy. He kept interpreting. He interpreted another dream. He was in the prison. He kept interpreting. A day came when he interpreted one dream that made him the Lord of Egypt. He would have stopped interpreting dream and said, the last time I interpreted, it gave me problem. He was consistent. When a man is consistent, there is no height he will not scale. We have too many inconsistent people. Some is even visions that kill them. You see this man in January, he has a vision. He tells you, God told me to go to Congo. I'm wasting time here. I'm wasting time here. I'm wasting time. You now encourage him. Okay, if that's what God is saying, why not we take 2 months and pray about it? He said, no, I saw this vision. I was carried to a mountain. Meet that man after 4 months. The man that God told to go to Congo will now tell you, God said we should go and bring down the mantle of Islam in Maiduguri. In 4 years, he has 4 contrasting visions. One is going north, one is going south. So the only way he can fulfill destiny is when you tear him into 4. So the only way he will fulfill destiny is when he dies. He will fulfill it from heaven. Inconsistency have destroyed great visions. Did you not read about great men? What do you know about Bill Gates since you were born? His name is synonymous to Microsoft. They stay on one thing. And as they stay on it, there's no way they will not be celebrated. What do you know about Mother Teresa? She was in a remote village in India. No media there. Serving the poor. Serving the poor. A day came, the whole world began to celebrate her. She was not raising the dead. She was not doing miracles. She was just there fetching water for the poor. Money comes, she gives to the poor. And she kept at it from her youth until she was an old woman. But a day came, she was celebrated. Did you read about Billy Graham? In the days of Billy Graham was the evolution of the prophetic and the miraculous. The man stayed on salvation. 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 His name was included among the 6 people that changed the last century. There's no preacher that is there. In his generation were many miracle workers, many prophets. Some of them traveled around the world. This guy was just preaching salvation. Salvation. There was no miracle. There was nothing spectacular. But he kept at it. And by doing that simple thing, how many... This man is a man of deep revelation. If he starts talking now, you'll be shocked. How many revelations can you get from John 3:16? There is... The whole revelation is there. And even a child of 5 years will see the whole revelation. But somebody preached John 3:16 for 74 years. What was he preaching? He wasn't preaching a message. He was consistent. The consistency was a power in the spirit. And the day came, presidents upon presidents will submit to him. When they come to him, it's not word of knowledge and say, I saw in the spirit, you will win the next election. No word of knowledge. He never prayed for somebody that had headache. But presidents kept coming to him. When he died, where they placed his corpse is where they placed the dead body of American presidents that die in office. No American has that level of honor by preaching salvation. Today we want to kill ourselves in doing many things. There is no consistency. You started last month in selling spare parts. When your friend who went to the US now said, I have a brother in Nigeria who sells spare parts. I want to help him now. When they came back, you are now into electronics. They now say, okay, maybe God is leading him. As they say, okay, let's see what we can do around electronics. Before they finish the research and came back, you are now into tourism. You are taking tourists. You are a tourist guide. That's why they never make impact. I'm telling you, these things happen with Christians. With all the speaking in tongues, with all the gifts of the Spirit, not making impact because of these foundational issues.